Hey, Magic fans, welcome back. This is your captain speaking on Capnclydes MTG. We're back again. We've seen the best. Now it's time to look at the worst Magic sets of 2023. Before we get started, don't forget comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. There's a TCG player and eBay store in the description. And don't forget a simple subscription. Check us out on Rumble. Help support the channel. We got members only going on where you can get live, uncensored YouTube goodness. We'll do streaming and all kinds of other jazz starting on Sundays. So you can wrap your beautiful week up with me ranting, raving, having a good old time. And it does help support the channel. So without further ado, let's get into it. So we looked at the three best sets. Time for the three worst. Take your bets now. Put them in the comments down below. You might not agree with me, and that's okay. But if you don't, I would definitely get that checked out. Starting with set number 3, we have Dominaria United. Yes, my favorite set. Why is it bad? It's not because the cards are bad. It's because Wizard basically made so much of it you could wallpaper a house with it. And not just one. So, after multiple Amazon dumps, massive, probably reprints, no serialized cards, and a attempt to save it by inserting Lost Legends into the set didn't really do anything. Yeah, it really was that bad. So, as you can see here, after 1 year, we are floating around the 170 mark. It is down to 131. This is below Matt. This is below everything. This is, and probably will be, the cheapest collector box for probably ever. I mean, for the love of God, Streets of New Capenna, I think, is more expensive than Dominaria Mastered, or Dominaria United. And that is just a crime. I like Streets of New Capenna. I do. But when you have the testament of collector boosters with nothing in them after they came out with the serialized cards, and you got nothing special in that collector booster box, plus the amount of cards they reprinted, plus the fact there's not a whole lot of good stuff in it, it was just a really bad set. Dragon Maze is probably waiting to see if they can overtake that set. But anyway, yeah, they really did a number on Dominaria United. Unfortunately, because I loved Dominaria. Still do, always will, no matter how much Wizards sticks the schlong to it. But anyway, so not only is collector boosters getting the schlong, here's your set boosters. After 3 months, I mean, we're still at $95, $96 if you want to flip a penny in there. Set boosters are actually priced halfway decent. They're actually holding up rather well. About the same as most normal set boosters. So, other than collector boosters on the just tanking, this is probably the one part of the set that might actually hang in there for a minute. So, but then we move on to the fabled draft boosters, which apparently nobody and their brother is buying. This thing is down to $78. I mean, we haven't had $78 draft boosters in Magic since Ice Age, I think. Jesus, this is insane. But yeah, this is awful. Again, there's nothing really to save it. I mean, it's literally shielded or bust. Yeah, really bad. I mean, and when I say that, keep in mind this is number 3 on the list. So, yeah, buckle up, Buttercup. It doesn't get any better. Moving on. So, next we have good old March of the Machine. That's right. Set came out, was doing well for a little bit, but after a year, you can see it has been a straight bobsled to the bottom as it keeps going down. It's at 189.99. I mean, the only reason this is beating Dominaria United is because it's $50 more a box. Sweet love of God. It's getting sales. United's getting sales mainly because it's cheap. There are good cards in here, and that's really nice, but at the end of the day, the value's not there. I mean, if you want to pick some boxes up to have them for fun, that's just great. But old mom here, she's going to do you dirty if you pick up a couple of these boxes, I'm just saying. So, with that said, we looked at the collectors. Let's check out how the rest of it's doing. Set boosters, ooh, not so hot. 93.88. That's obviously down from close to around 130 a year ago. I mean, it's really gives mixed signals when this set booster is $93.88. Dominator United is still close to 100, which is about $67 more than this set booster. But these both have been Amazon dumped several times. And to be fair, Dominator United is better because it does get bought more often. Because it's Dominaria. Who doesn't want it? I mean, it's kind of like Fallen Empires. Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, it's really not worth what it's priced at. Yes, it was overprinted. But by God, that Acacian Javelineer is boss. And so are the rest of the cards in there, no matter what you say. They're sweet. Anyway, moving on. So, as we look at the draft boosters in here, coming in at a lowly 77.33, just $1 above Dominaria United. But still, as you can see in the graph here, it has been a pretty rough path down until the cliff where they did some damage, and then continue to keep rolling. So, not doing well, still seeing sales, but again, let's remember, I mean, these are draft boosters at $77 when the new boxes that are coming out are like $150, literally double the price. Why would you not buy these? Even if the cards are bad, if you want to invest or you want a box, this is the only thing you could probably afford in this inflation market, and it's out of print. Just like everything on this list, and that's just really saying something about how bad these are when they're out of print and still priced this bad in a market where they're below their original map and they're also below the new map, to the point that if you double the price, it would be a new box. So just wow and more wow. So without further ado, drum roll please. Say it with me. I'm sure you've probably guessed it. Number 1, March of the Machine Aftermath. So this hate crime was put out by Wizards as a small set. Does have some saving grace. These boxes are cheaper because they're smaller. It's a smaller set at a time when prices were getting high. People were complaining about price. But at the end of the day, mass production of this, a small set, means less boxes need to be made to supply the normal market. And you got to think about it. If you're selling $100,000 print, if you're selling 100,000 print run of 100,000 boxes, packs, whatever you want to call it, and that's enough for there to be a good market absorption and have some left over. When you make a side set, which is half the size of a normal set, i.e. Fallen Empires, you don't produce 100,000 because that means you have made double the print run of what the market is willing to accept, because one box is going to give you everything you need. So this catastrophe, starting a year ago, was up around 229, 230, has now plummeted. I mean, oh my God, it's the last time I seen shit fall this fast, I had to use Life Alert. Anyway, so we're down now to $82.99 for a collector box, which is absurd. But what else is absurd is the fact that there's 12 packs in this little ass box with almost nothing else in it. Now, to be fair, I enjoyed opening March of the Machines, and I think it's a good set. However, monetary-wise, how it feels to open it after you open one box and see everything is just awful, and the market agrees as well. The card prices have tanked. There's still cards in there worth $10, $20. There's a few of them, so if you get one or two of them, you can pay for some of these boxes relatively quickly, but you gotta find somebody wanting to buy them. I'm here to tell you, I've had some March of the Machine Aftermath cards in Halo foil, which was in these collector boosters, still sitting on TCG, and I just sold one for the first time, I think, in 3 months yesterday. Not going well. We'll say that. Yes, they hold up value $10, $15. However, nobody wants to pay that. And when they do it resentfully and they're upset about it. So, yeah. And to make things even worse, next we have this catastrophe. This is probably the real hate crime here. $45 for the Epilogue booster box. This was up around 70 to 80 at some point. It has dipped. Some of them are selling for $37.99. Now it's at $45.59 because the cheap ones are gone. But I've seen these go on sale for $40 a box, literally half of what the box was originally listed at. This is just I can't. As much as I liked this set and it was nice that it was cheap, the fact that it came out and plummeted so fast is what really started people doing the whole I'll wait and buy it after the dip. Because people talked about that all the time because that's normally what happened with Magic products. But the dip here was real. There wasn't a dip. It was it was a cliff that you couldn't recover from. And if you'd have waited and bought these after that cliff, you would have saved so much money. So, yeah, this is your winner for the most egregious and horrific product released by Wizards. And that's saying a lot when you work for Hasbro for 2023. So thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget, till next time, be kind. And I hope to see you across from the game table. And if you stay to the end, don't worry. I still am going to mention I'm looking for a ShamWow sponsorship. Or if you just bring one to me, I would really appreciate a ShamWow. I can't find one anywhere. I don't know why the hell that is, but that's just wrong.